Hey, hello and welcome. My name is Miss Tina and you are watching Squaziland, the occasional dose of my reviews, reactions and opinions. It is December and we have another chapter of One Piece which I'm very happy about. So I think it's about time to jump in and just react to it, right? It has been only a week, which is good for my soul and probably for your souls as well, because One Piece is always a joy to read. Last time I wasn't really hyped about the fact that Luffy was lying, but then again, it was overall a good chapter. I'm just a bit like that. I don't know. I sometimes have different things on my mind too, and that actually has a lot of influence on my perception of the world, so to speak. But that's that. It means that this week I am managing a bit better than last week, which means that maybe my reaction to the chapter will be more upbeat. Well, it will depend on the chapter too, but I think it's about time to start. One Piece chapter 1133, Praise. Now, who can we get praise from the giants? Who gets the praise, who doesn't? There are so many things. Before I just dive into it, just very quickly on a quick note, that I don't know really what to expect from Elbaf in general, but it's really interesting to see the characters. Maybe there is going to be another conflict with Usopp, or there has to be a conflict, and this Loki thing really bothers me. But Loki is a great looking, cool character. I really like his design and overall that thing. And I'm here at Elbaf and I'm really excited about it, and I really am. So forgot to see the cover page, okay, and of course it's that Onichild Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 20. Hold'em attacks. Hand over all your belongings. So it seems like that Hold'em and Co are still there and still causing trouble. Ugh. I don't know what to think about Hold'em, but that was a period in the anime which was elongated to such an extent that you are like, why am I remembering Hold'em? He wasn't even a cool character at all. He was just there. His character design was fine, but it was like, ugh. Okay. But now, okay, 22 years ago, we're going back to Ohara, okay? What happened at Ohara? It still sends chills down my spine. What tragedy. The civilian evacuation ship suddenly burst into flames. I try to keep eye contact. I'm trying to do that. It's intentional that I want to get a connection to you as well, not just reading. But One Piece is just so immersive. You just read, and you're like, and I can already see Spandam's dad. I don't know what his name was, Panda, something like that. The mortifying screams I heard from that inferno is something I'll never forget, he says. And Nico Robin was responsible? Oh, to think she sank all those warships too. Okay, so that's what CP whatever decided to send down. She's a devil masquerading as an 8-year-old. We cannot let the world know the full details. This brutal incident would traumatize children everywhere. If you see her, just report it. Do not approach. Huh? That fugitive is on this island? I saw her. She had the eyes of the Stone Cold Killer. This is the lady whom we saw in the anime and also in the manga, who sought her out immediately. And we can see, wow, so it's weird to start off with a flashback, but that would mean that we get something from Saul, perhaps. She has scholarly intellect and lacks any trace of empathy. Look at that bounty. Let's shoot to kill. Okay, and Nico Robin, with the dog, and she's looking for things, looking for food. And she's also trying to learn, study perhaps. Don't hold back just because she looks young. Yeah, of course. And she's in the rain. She has mysterious powers. Hurry and catch her. I can't sleep knowing she's out there. Okay, people are really scared of her and she's trembling. She doesn't know where to turn. I wish she just died already. Oh. she would just die already. Yeah, and she's like, damn. The Marines need to take her out. She is an enemy of the world. And live Robin. Of course, Olivia's words rang in her mind. And yeah, Olivia's face is now a bit different, but I like that a lot. And she tries to survive during these harsh years. And of course, she remembers Saul as well. Listen carefully, Robin. You are all alone right now, but someday, without a doubt, you will find true friends. But Saul, I'm scared. I'm so scared of everyone. When things are unbearable, remember what I taught you. Laugh like this. There is she. And yeah, she's reading books. Laugh like this. It's gone. She leaves a trail of thefts and murder wherever she goes. So, okay, I see now what has happened. So, she can see that O'Hara is not on the maps anymore, just like Lelouchia recently, and she draws O'Hara there, that O'Hara is there. It was supposed to be there. And O'Hara is still existing, so to speak, so it wasn't completely annihilated like Lelouchia was, but that's because Lelouchia got the Anis Lopez treatment, I think. Well, that's what we hypothesized. And she's like, there is she. And that's what was the word. And she's escaping. I hear she uses her childlike appearance to lure poor souls in, only to slit their throats as they sleep. What? That's insane. That little shit should go snuff it. There is she. Oh. I sure hope she drops that. Get lost. She's laughing. There is she. Present day. Huh? There is a port on this tree? Is this a sea on clouds? Drop anchor. Okay, so they are at the port. It seems like as if it was a sort of like what we had in Skypia. I'm not sure. This is the Western Village port, and they are sea clouds, of course. Okay. Welcome back, captains. Your lateness really had us worried. My brain is bugging out. It's all so out of this world, says Brooke. How majestic, says Robin. And the rest of the characters, I mean, Lilith and Bonnie are really enjoying this. And it's like the others are here too. It's true. It's very similar to Skypia, and I'm not mad about that because I really like Skypia. It was one of those arcs which I appreciated at that time when I watched it. As as a teenager when I watched it, it was really cool. And now to see it like this, but in different circumstances with different characters. It's Frankie, it's Robin, it's Jinbei, it's Brooke. They haven't been on Sky Island together with Luffy and Co. It's nice to see them coming here. Okay, Luffy and Usopp are there. Whoa, check it out, this is awesome. Ron, Bonnie, and Robin really like, oh my, what's that? What's that indeed? That's Saul. That's incredible. What a country. It's a mist ship that moves using island clouds. So sort of like Momonosuke, right? Okay. The climate here on Elbaf is perfect for all of this. Island and sea clouds, sabao bubbles, rainbows and hovers. Look at all the technology they have coexisting here. Okay, so Lilith is really impressed by all of this because it seems like this is almost a perfect country in the sense that, it has everything and even more. Alright, so Straw Hat, Usolan, my comrades. Oh, hey, welcome to Elbaf. And, Hajrudin is actually greeting them and he's very happy. Robin, nice haircut. I figured you would get one, says Nami. And Robin is like, you look like you have gotten well acquainted with Elbaf. Well acquainted is one way to put it. To be stripped down of your clothes and get put on some other by a giant guy. Long time no see, Hajrudin, says Luffy. Well, long time for some people. I have been keeping up with your progress. An emperor already, huh? As expected from our big boss. I'll introduce everyone later, but us four make up the new giant pirates. We are your subordinates. Us five. Okay. And now I can see that, what was his name? The sun god guy. I already forgot his name. I really have to memorize their names. And, he's really chained up there on the cross. Whew. Okay. Gerd is really happy to have them around too. It's a pleasure. I told you I don't want subordinates. Well, it's our choice. It's nice to see them all together, and it's nice to see the scaling as well of the characters. And the hearts are from Sanji for sure. Even this insular nation was swept away with excitement when we heard about Big Mom's defeat in Wano. Big Mom? Linen and I were friends once, but she did something that the people of Elbaf consider unforgivable, says Gerd, and you're like, what did she do? I don't think that she will explain it, but she knows exactly what has happened. Right, hey, Hamshuddin, save the chit-chat for after our toast. Food and drinks come first. We have prepared a mountain of it for you. Kappa. A mountain to scale with us, I hope. Let's head for the tavern, okay? And everyone is together. It's brilliant. It's really a good view. Yippee, food! I'm starving, says Luffy, and Usopp is like, I got so excited I'm running low on energy too. Hey, Luffy! Okay, and they are running, but was that Robin? I'm going alone. Really? No way! Okay, Robin really wants to go southwest of the western village. I wanna be there. Me too. It's a good excuse to sightsee, says Jinbei. Agreed, says Zoro. So they are splitting up? Mr. Saul did say he wanted to show Robin Chan the library, so let's head down to the school. Thanks for guiding us, Gerd. It's no problem. It's not fair. It's not far. I almost said it's not fair, and I was like, what? Forget it, Robin. As captain, I gotta greet someone who took care of one of my crewmates properly, okay? So Luffy's like, not the banquet. Okay, I see now. What? Where did you hear that? She says. It's just the right thing to do, says Luffy. Oh, I get it. We'll save that toast for after you fetch Saul. I'll prep that special mousse for you. Take your time. Luffy's not a scheming type, so I hope that he's not scheming about the key to Loki. We'll see. Even so even your warriors study hard, says Usopp. Mr. So is primarily a history teacher, but he also teaches us about various books. This is Warrior Springs, and by the waterside is the Owl Library. Okay, so let's look at the scenery. It's beautiful, by the way, so I keep forgetting to mention this, but they are riding this wonderful ship on the clouds, and everything is just nice. So, okay, and this is cute too. And it's a bit reminiscent of the Ohara tree. Spring, it looks like it leads to the beach. That's right, it's a beach formed from broken off parts of the tree. There is no tide, but that waterfall at the source is always making waves. It's like the real sea. Alright, let's go get him, says Luffy, and Nami's like, hey, hold on. We gotta bring Saul to the tavern. This is Robin's reunion, so Nami's like, Robin is like, my heart is pounding. I do wonder. Okay, this is bad. It's Mr. Saul. Okay, they didn't get to hear the news. That's bad. He has fallen and he can't get up. And they're like, what? Seriously, we came just to see him, says Luffy. And Sanji is like, this is a reunion 22 years in the making and he just collapsed? I'm a doctor. I'll examine him right away. Where is he, says Chopper. And Usopp is like, get him fixed up, Chopper. Everything is riding on you. Putting on the blame. He's over there. He just fell all of a sudden, he says. And Robin is like, how silly. Hey, don't mock the sick. It's fine. I'll go to him on my own, she says. You can all stay here. She wants privacy. She's very, very happy. But Robin's son, Robin. And to think I got overworked up over nothing. And she's happy to see him like that. Rawr! Okay, that's cute. Same greeting. And he's like, did I get you? Guess not. But now she's smiling at least. Robin, there is she. Sorry, I wasn't sure how to break the ice after all this time. Okay, now that's trolling. Not just from you, so but from Oda as well. How can you troll us like that? I know you are not a kid anymore. You still have the same funny laugh, she says. There is she. Yep, it's still ridiculous. Now, let me get a good look at your face. Okay, so maybe he needs glasses. You have grown as pretty as Olivia. You look just like her. She's like, what? Like mother? And there's a description of Saul, former Navy Vice Admiral Robin Savior. And we cannot give up on the future you will live in, she said. Olivia, someday you will understand. You have kind eyes, just like her. Did you hear Vagapunk's podcast, Robin? I was there when it happened, so I couldn't hear much, but I read the coverage of it in the newspapers. I see, he says. History is written by the victors. Those words were O'Hara's legacy. They were supposed to have been buried in history, left to vanish without anyone hearing, and yet the voices of the scholars of O'Hara were passed on. Vegapunk was a true scientist. He refused to preach about right and wrong, but in the end he still risked his life to tell everyone. O'Hara and Vegapunk took a huge leap of faith. I'm sure the sacrifice will shape the future. Yeah, she says. And yours too. Does it hurt? Oh, she's touching his wounds, old wounds. Now I'm harder to kill than I thought. When I came to, I found myself drowning in the ocean. The ice must have melted in the inferno and swept me into the water. It was a while later when I found out that you survived too. All those reports really ticked me off. He's really mad now. They said such awful things about you. She's like, let's not focus on the dark stuff. That's rich coming from Robin. That's rich coming from her. Let's not focus on the dark stuff. Hey, so, aren't you going to praise me for being alive? Right, of course I am. A kid like you against the whole wide world? You did great staying alive, Robin. 22 long years. Thank you for being such a savior, she says. I'm so glad we are able to meet again after all this time. And she hugs him and she seems really happy. She's smiling and now she's crying because she remembers, Professor, Mom, Saul, why am I the one who has to live? Can't stand it. I want to die. And yeah, she's crying and she probably didn't want anyone to come because she knew that she would crack at one point. I missed you so much, so. And she thought he was dead. I missed you too, and they are both crying. Such a heartwarming chapter, and the Straw Hats in the background, they are crying too. Usopp, Chopper, and Nami, Sanji, Frankie, of course, Brooke, and there are only who aren't crying. I can see that Luffy is not crying, and obviously Zoro is not crying, but why would he? And who is the? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Jinbei is not crying, okay. Or at least he's not showing it. Wow. Unfortunately, it means I can already see this description, but I didn't want to tell. One Piece will return on the 23rd of December, which means it's a 2 weeks break. Or, yeah, we won't get any chapter next week, which is unfortunate, but kind of like, yeah, expected. I do wonder how we are going to get the chapters. Are we going to get 2 more chapters or just 1 more chapter this year? And by the way, I haven't forgotten about the annual thing I do, which is the ranking of the top chapters of the year. I haven't read the chapters. I'm probably will do it at around the end of December, just before New Year's, and then I'm going to record it at around New Year's. So on the 31st or the 1st of December or the 1st of January, you will get to see the top chapters of the year. I think this year, not too many chapters, but they were quality chapters. So many things have happened. To choose from them the best chapters, it's really going to be difficult. Well, at this point, but I really have to reread them and really think about those chapters. Wow. Okay, so it was a good and heartwarming chapter, and I really like it. That I wasn't sure, but yeah, to some extent I get it, that it needs a whole chapter, a whole heartwarming chapter. Yeah, the fact that Elbaf wasn't supposed to be at all, and now that we are at Elbaf, we kind of have these moments, and that's nice, that's lovely. This is what I actually missed in Wano, really, really badly. I keep coming back to Wano, but that was because it was a huge arc and there were huge things happening, and it was good overall, but because of the lack of these chapters or lack of focus on certain characters, it didn't make such an impact, and this is just great. And that Elbaf starts off here, and this is good. I love it. I really do. Thank you very much for joining me this week. What are your thoughts on this chapter? I hope you liked it too. Wow. Just remembering Annie's lobbies and all those things. Very nice and very touching indeed. I'm really happy about this chapter. I hope you are too. And you can like the video, you can subscribe, you can leave a comment. I try to reply as soon as possible. We'll see about that. I'm really, doing my best after job to keep up with you as well. And I hope to see you again next time, hopefully very, very soon. Until then, have a wonderful, nice December. Bye-bye.